Shut up, Mick.
I'm Pickle Rick!
What's up, everybody? How are we doing on this stroby thermal cam acting like a butthead kind of day? Let's see here. C2S was here first. Then we got Zap, Sparky, Franco, Boink is here. There's a little Jim. Brantley is here. What's up, buddy? Jacques Attack. That's here. Clive C is here. What's up, JSS? Welcome. Maurice Walker, Franco Walker, all the Walkers. What's up, Dave? Welcome for your 8,000th stream in a row. D Wood, Mr. S, Spiker is here. Hey, Chris. Fama. Hey, Delta Mike. How is everybody? Everybody good? Yeah, I'm tired, and as we've discussed previously, I'm just not feeling Legos lately, so I figure we'll just kind of chill. I'll get the music started eventually. But I'm just fucking bushed. 80 stream streak, very nice. Well, hey, yeah, and cheers, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Only 80. Insanity. How are I? I am tired. Everything hurts. It's just been a lot. I was really pissed off at work today because stupid people do stupid things. But ended up being fine or whatever. Well, they are sharp-sided. Well, yeah, a little bit. Sometimes they can be. Let's go ahead, since Dave dropped the official cheers, we'll go ahead and do one of the good toasts as well. So another cheers. I forgot I have beer. I should go get one of those shortly. This week's been whatever. It's been a week. Just, I don't know. It's just been really pissy this week. I think because of some shit Had to deal with dumb shit at work last week, but I'm pretty sure it's going to carry over for a while. So I'll be all right there, little Jim. I'll be all right. Just well, yeah, like one of those things where you just realize that no matter where you go, there's always going to be fucking double-digit IQ retards in some position somewhere that's just going to make everything fucking stupid. And actually, I didn't mind the weather. I don't mind a good storm. Like, it gave me a reason to go fix my generator. And, like, I wasn't even, I'll get there. Oh, yeah, I got you, Mike. I'll get there. But, like, the power went out. I stepped out front to, like, smoke a real cigarette. And my neighbor came out and he's like, yeah, it's going to be out till midnight, like talking to somebody else. And I went, great. So I came back in, and that was at like 4 o'clock, like 4 p.m. Like I literally had just put my foot on the ground to get up, do a thumbnail, and stream Scum yesterday, or Monday, or whatever. When was that? Whatever day that was. And the power went out, and I went, fuck. All right. So then I walked out to the garage. Heard that, came back in, went out to the garage, looked at the generator, and went, oh yeah, that's in a lot of pieces right now. And then I went, shit, that's right, I needed to get a carburetor for it. What the fuck am I going to do? Oh, right, the carburetor's been sitting next to the 3D printer for like a year. So I just came in here. What's up, spooks? I just came in here, grabbed the carburetor, went out there. I'm like in my jammies, like whatever. Fucking put the generator back together, put the new carburetor on, fucking put the propane adapter thing back on, and in case I needed it, I can run it off of forklift propane tanks. Fucking hit it with a little ether, started it up, checked everything, 240 volts, split phase, blah, blah, blah. Got everything hooked up, got the house going, everything was fine. And then it was about 5 o'clock. I get a fucking phone call, and I'm like, this is weird. I pick it up. This is BG&E, Baltimore Gas and Electric, informing you that today at 3 p.m., remember this is 5 p.m., today at 3 p.m., we will be taking the power down for the safety of our workers as they finalize repairs and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, yeah. Like, it's like a recorded message, and I'm like, would have been cool to know, like, even 2 hours and 5 minutes ago, because I could have done something like gotten beer out of the fridge. But so I got that, and then the power came back on like 5:30, 6 o'clock. So, but anyway, I got that done. Got the generator up and running. Then I went to go chill in the living room because I knew I had a hot outlet in the living room. But then I went out there and I'm like, man, none of the outlets are hot. What the fuck? Then I went downstairs and I'm like, the breaker's on. And I went back upstairs, grabbed the fucking voltmeter. I'm like, there is nothing here. Go back outside. Yeah, it's fucking working. Like downstairs was working. The AC was running. I'm like, what is going on? I'm like, let me see what's going on with this circuit. So I pop it off of the sub panel. And the breaker's there, but there's nothing on it. And I went, fuck, hold on. I opened the main breaker and there it is. I just never moved it over. I'm like, wow, that was supposed to be done like 10 years ago. Like literally, like probably over 10, maybe 15 years ago. I'm like, I'm not going to sit in the living room all night with nothing to do. Fucking pulled everything apart, fucking moved it over to the other sub box, pulled it down, tied the breaker in, got everything sorted out. Almost tied the ground and the common together, and I went, oh, wait, nope, this is the sub panel. They are isolated, separated them out, hooked it up, and then I just sat upstairs watching YouTube because the network is on a UPS with 2 tractor trailer batteries for backup, so like it's whatever. AC was going, YouTube was playing, me and the cats were chilling. I'm like, cool, it's whatever, dude. I got enough gas. I had enough gas probably till about 8 o'clock, and then I would have had to either like going out to the van to get some or tried hooking up the propane. But it's fine. Everything worked out. I raged in MLB The Show today that caused my parents to get mad. Well, don't break stuff. Oh, and the finger update is where we're at now. It's getting that weird twist finger oddly. There we go. It's getting like a weird bump on the fingernail. Focus. Kind of see it. Yeah, you can kind of see the ridge. It's like the whole thing's almost like coming in waves. I don't get it. And it still just fucking sucks. Oh, let's see me catch up here. Sabotage the light, Jack. What is that? Oh, no, don't sabotage the light. Maurice, that's why I came here. General stupidity level significantly below average. Yes, absolutely, dude. My generator's not even at my house. It's stored at my parents'. That's less than useful. Delta Mike says, I think I sabotaged the light myself. Broke the USB port. Ah, that sucks. Crazy how it's cheaper to buy a whole carb than get a rebuild kit. Yeah, like the carburetor, I got it off Amazon. It was like $20. And a rebuild kit for it was 18. I'm like, cool. So I kept the old one. I'll rebuild it on my own. I got pretty much anything I would need anyway, just out of my fucking work van. So I'll take care of that at some point. And it's a very universal carburetor. Like it might be the same carburetor that's on my snowblower. But even if it's not, it would probably work on my snowblower. So I'll keep that one. 1 year over here there, apparently. Has it been that? It's been a bit. It's been a bit. What's up, Almost Engineer? It's lunchtime, so I thought I'd pop in and say hi. It is lunchtime. Are you over there? No, I thought you were over there. You working night shift? Oh, wait, no, you gotta be on night shift. Oh, it's right, yeah. Didn't you say you just got moved to night shift or a later shift or something? Either way, what's up, Otter? Scrufdog, nerd voice, you need to develop that element. I don't get too much into voices, because then that gets a little stereotypical sometimes. Don't always need that aspect of it in there. Grab your plug testing tweezers. Yeah, that's good. Fish Online, what's up, buddy? Glad I'm not the only one who does shit like that. Which part of that? Like the sudden project thing or the, oh, I was supposed to do that 10 years ago thing? Holy shit. Well, Jim, 32 months as a goofball on YouTube. Oh, I appreciate the support there, buddy. Cheers to you. If I had a better way of walking around with a camera while I'm working on stuff, I probably would have recorded it, but eventually I may get like a head cam or, like a smaller camera and a fucking chest rig and a head cam rig kind of thing. Was it crazy on the 4th? The storm around here was bad. It knocked over some poles right up the road. That's what they were fixing when they reset the power. I think there's still people without power right now. Like apparently a lot of power was lost. It was pretty wicked out there. Pretty wicked. I just replaced the batteries in my UPS, says Dave, about a half an hour ago, just on testing now. Well, yeah, these did fine. The router, I had to, I came in here and I unplugged the monitors, because I don't need them to be idling on standby, even though the UPS keeping itself awake was using more power than the monitors. You know how that goes. So I unplugged all the monitors, left the network plugged in, and then the first one died, and then I turned on the second one, and that carried me through. For this router, anyway. The main router downstairs, well, the Verizon router downstairs, and one of the sub routers are on the 48-hour, and the ONT. I may switch that around a little bit, maybe run a cord up to this specific router as well. Yeah, we'll see. Still going to work the power situation out for the network a little differently. Like yesterday was a good test, and it was fine, but there's better ways to do it. Now I see that. You know what I mean? Mr. S. My generator. Okay, that's all of that. Is there an easy way to convert a generator to propane? Or do I need a new car? Mine is a spacer kit. I got, oh my god, 15 years ago from some fucking website that specialized in converting small engines either to exclusively or dual fuel. But just Google, fucking convert generator to LP, and I'm sure there's still plenty of kits out there just to convert them. Like I said, mine's a spacer, and then I have regulators and shit. I have an extra regulator in my system since it's running off of a forklift tank. uh, most of your generator kits will do natural gas or grill propane, because grill propane is just gas. Well, it's when it comes out, it's just gas. But forklift, when it comes out, it's still liquid. So you need an additional fucking regulator, and then you just put it in front of the exhaust, so the exhaust heats it up, since there's no fucking coolant going through it to actually keep it from freezing. Uses the heat off the engine to keep it from freezing when it converts it from a liquid to a gas. But grills do that just as the propane evaporates. That's why sometimes you get the freezing effect on it. But yeah, I would just Google. I think it was like a few $100 at the time, but I have no idea what it would be now. Just turn a tank the other way up. You would think it would be that easy, but forklift tanks, since they're on forklifts, and a lot of people that drive forklifts, not all, but a significant amount of people that drive forklifts, just fucking knock the things over sometimes, which is fine. Not always their fault. But because of that, forklift propane tanks are designed to work straight up or on a very specific orientation on their side, because they have a fucking ball valve in them. So if they're upside down or spun upside down or on their side, it closes the valve so it can't leak. So I would have to disassemble it and remove the valve to do that, which, if at that point, no propane shop will refill it, because it's illegal, because it is a modified propane tank. So, no, that wouldn't work. How's the governor work when converted? It's a fucking screw valve. Oh, you mean that? You mean the governor itself? No, the governor itself does nothing. It works the choke, or no, actually, it works the throttle. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, it does still come into play, because it still works the throttle plate. The propane is coming in above. It's in between the air filter housing and the carburetor. Top input, whatever you want to call it. So that still works the throttle plate, and the pull of the propane, you set a base amount with a thumb screw valve, and then it will flow depending on how much vacuum is pulled on it. So it's a little fine tunable. So at that point, basically, you go out there, since it's a little more manual. Like I would go out there, turn the air conditioner on, tune it, make sure it's running good, and then just leave it at that. Like tune it to max load. And then it can regulate itself down from there. Oh, I bow to your knowledge of forklifts. I have a little bit. Main issue with them running on LPG is lubricity. Yeah, and it's fine. Like I've run it on a few hours on that, and it is a beat up generator. When I got it, it only had 8 hours on it, but they overheated and seized the shit out of it. So I unseized it, and then I've been running the hell out of it ever since. It's just because of dealing with life, I didn't maintain it for like 2 or 3 years in a row, so the carburetor went to shit and blah blah blah. I don't even know if I think I gotta put it. I don't know. I'm gonna go get that beer because it sounds like I need it. One moment, please. Here, I'll give, wow, I don't think I've used this on stream yet. Here, I'll be right back. Button. There we go. Oh. That didn't take too long. That's funny, if that thing goes really long, there's some really funny shit at the end of it. But I'd have to be away for a while. But I'm gonna go ahead and crack this open. But yeah, I don't think I've even put a spark plug in that. And I've had it for... I got it right after I bought the house. When the fuck did I buy the house? 2015? Yeah, so I've had it 11 years, and when I got it, it was busted. Same thing with the fucking commercial snowblower I got out there. $2,300 snowblower, and that was 15 years ago. They seized the engine up on it the first time they ran it because they pulled the dipstick to check the oil and never put the dipstick back on, so all the oil blew out. So I took that as well. Because they're like, hey, we're just throwing it in the trash. I'm like, can my trash be the back of my, or I was like, can your trash can be the back of my van? And he went, fine, I don't care. We already got a new one. I'm like, cool. So I fixed that up too. Franco, need food and meds, still listening. Well, cheers to food and still listening. I assumed it was just a drip tube. It has a, like, say this is your, I don't really have, I mean, I could go grab one, but they're fucking gigantic. Like, say this is your forklift propane tank. This is the top where the hose goes in, got the valves and shit on it, handles. The tube in it, when you're sitting up, it's always fine. But there, on the thing, you'll see something that almost looks like a keyhole, like an old school keyhole. It's like rounds, like quote teardrop, but more like a keyhole kind of thing. And that goes down, because in your holder, there's going to be a pin about the size of my finger, and that locks it in to keep it in a specific orientation, because the pickup tube in it comes down and then goes into, comes down and then goes like into the corner of the tank, like here, so that when it's sitting sideways, that pickup tube is like here. So that way, even when it's on standing up, it picks everything up, and when it's specifically on its side, it's orientated to pick everything up. You gotta learn a lot of shit, not just about forklifts when it comes to that. Is Tiny Mama not staring at the camera tonight? No, actually, they're all asleep in the living room, like all together in the living room right now. Oh, spun upside down. Have you encountered it? Well, yeah, we've had people try to put them in upside down. You need the heat from the engine to keep the propane unfrozen. There is a special piece for that. Well, one, you could just use a steel bracket that holds it in front of the exhaust, or you run coolant through it, which uses the heat from the engine to keep it from melting. Or you can get little electric heaters. I just have mine close to the exhaust. It works fine. Let's see. Yeah, like early GM fuel injection just sort of squirts top of the carbs. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. You're thinking of TBI systems, throttle body injection. Like I have a TBI 200 on my truck, or 200, or is that a 220? What the fuck were those called? Let's see, was that a TBI 200? GM throttle. What the hell is it? A 200 or is it 220? It's on the 350. It's not a 200 because that's not popping up. Not a 220? 90, 90, 90. No, that's not. I don't know. Whatever the hell that fucking thing is. I got it on my truck, but yeah, it's fuel injectors straight into the fucking throttle plates. So whatever atomization you had was gone. But yeah, they're mostly just dump valves that are under control. Let's see. Heat exchanger, but regulates pressure of the propane. So regulator heat exchanger. So I was searching for the term. Yeah, most, like, you get like a Cobra. Like if you look up propane regulator Cobra or propane, actually, look, the most common propane regulator you will find on most small engines that don't have too much emissions to deal with is called a Model J. Just look up propane Model J. That has basic in, basic out, vacuum regulation if you want it, and then 2 ports for coolant, and then a drain port just to clean the sludge out, because propane blows up the sludgy stuff you got to drain out. Oh yeah, top of the hour. Toot. Where's the toot? Here's this one. What's up, Sauce? Cheers, everybody. Top of the hour, a little late. Z2S NOS blanket. Yeah, actually, I have that downstairs. That was going to be my backup if the exhaust didn't work, because I do have a 12-volt bottle heater downstairs, currently wrapped around my big-ass bottle of nitrous that's sitting downstairs. Welcome back there, Franco. UK is slightly different. They use a regular POL fittings. In the UK, tanks are owned by the gas company, not the operator. POL? Yeah, ours are Rego fittings. So heat exchanger, yeah, basically it's a heat exchanger, or just it's exchanging exhaust heat into the regulator, but not directly, because that it's actually rigged because it's on a slight angle, so it can flow off and not just dump directly into it and overheat it. Doot. Having Hebrew nationals and Bush's baked beans for a change tonight, says Fishman. What kind of Bush's baked beans? Because when you say Bush's, you got to remember they have like 5,000 different freaking flavors of it, including some of the shit fucking Lockwatcher found. What was it? Apple pie and pickle flavored baked beans Lock found? Oh my god. I mean, I get it. Your mascot's a doggy, so it's all good, but it's getting a little crazy. What's up, DJ Bones? Standard propane bell ends. Well, there you go. What? Let me see something there. Oh, that's fucking dumb. I'm sitting there trying to figure out what kind of TBI I had on my truck, and I'm like, let me click this, and it's a fucking post I made in 2014. Deciding which throttle body I was going to rip to pieces. That's fucking funny. Okay, well, that's no help. Alright, anyway. Every once in a while, if I look for some old shit that I was trying to remember about a truck, one of my trucks, or like an old project, I'll end up finding my own old posts and being like, I typed that? Oh, okay, yeah, I guess I remembered that back then. Fuck. Bush and Franks go together. Yes, you should always put your Franks in a bush. It's always a good thing to do. Country style on the can. All right. So that's probably got good pieces of bacon in there, maybe a little brown sugar. But I think they also have just overly brown sugared baked beans, but country style usually indicates brown sugar and bacon. Too much heat goes from generator to a furnace. Just put that anywhere, I guess. Literally the same fitting used on a grill used for forklifts. Now we have, ours are different. Our grill fittings, because over here the grill fittings use vapor fittings and forklifts use liquid fittings. That way you don't accidentally put a forklift tank on your barbecue and have liquid fucking propane evaporating way out of fucking proportion of what you thought it was, and then you click the button and your fucking grill turns into a boom and you're on the news. Well, the crater where your house was is now on the news. Maurice Walker, dinner tonight, spicy chorizo, red bell peppers, aubergine, I don't know that, red onion, all chopped, red onion in any form is amazing, tomato paste, and I don't know how you say it, pasta. What is aubergine? Let's see. Aubergine. Aubergine is the standard term used in British, Irish, and New Zealand English for the head of your neighbor who you just slaughtered. Okay. Fair enough. Definitely a little seasoning salt on there. Definitely helps with the brains and the eyes. They're kind of boring without it. Aubergine equals eggplant. Okay. Yeah, actually, yeah, it's known in North America as the eggplant. Yeah, okay. Sorry, I thought it was someone's head. Well, that must have been a different version of it. Okay. Here you go. Here's a palate cleanser. How's that? This is from the other day. There's your dude report. Aubergine. Aubergine. I feel like I've heard that term before. There's your dude. The sleepy dude. He's got he's got kind of a big butt. So it's definitely, when he lays against me like that, it fucking, like, my leg starts melting. But that's what he does. That's my feral cat. A sleep little kitty cat. Dear Scruff, Sauce couldn't be on Saturday as he had a leg from Sauce's ma'am. Huh? You had a leg? Did you take someone's leg from them? That's not very nice. Not to mention, says Boink, the catastrophic loss of your eyebrows. Oh yeah, with the propane. Yeah, that would definitely not be good. Reminds me of Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom when the eyes float in the soup. Well, yes, they should float. May I share a pussy pic on WhatsApp? Yeah. I can turn that on. Go for it. Oop, wrong button there. That there. Chippy. Oh, look at the fluffy floof. That's cool. He looks like he's kind of surprised. Almost taken aback. I think he's half or entire Maine Coon. Oh, he's definitely got Maine Coon in there. He almost looks, I don't know, he might be half Maine Coon, half something other big cat. Doesn't really look full Maine Coon. Maybe. Oh yeah, the ears. I thought it was folded back at first, but yeah, I can tell that's an edge, not a fold. What's the next MRE flavor? Why don't we do a vote for that? All right, we're going to do a vote. One of two. For next week. Old kitty war wound. Yeah, I hate when kitties have war wounds. Where is the thing here? That. Give a graphic. Poll. Graphic poll. Let's see. What's the next MRE? That's option one. Okay. Or. Okay, reset that. And we have scrambled eggs with cheese or chili mac with beef. I offer the scrambled eggs out of order, as I do not plan on having 3 shit-tastic MREs all at once. Because scrambled eggs and MRE is usually a culinary disaster. So it's up to you. We get one out of the way, or we just go with the food. Press your number to vote. He was wandering in that pic, which is why I stopped petting. Yeah, he's doing his thing. Doing his thing. Here's one from a couple weeks ago. I don't know if I used this as a thumb or if I just took a picture of it. The poofers. She's always, whenever she comes around, I finally starting to figure out certain signs from her when she doesn't want to fussle around. She just wants to sleep. So I just put my hand down and then she just rubs up it a little bit, cuddles up, and then usually has a big ass smile on her face. Like that's what she just wants to do. She just wants to sleep somehow touching my hand or leg or something. Dogs can bark up to 500 times a day. That's just a rough estimate. Let's see. There's a lot of pictures of a mangled finger. What's back here? There we go. There we go. I don't know. Yeah, you won't be able to hear it. That was the first time he came in. And he just rolled on in. And rolled right on back out. That's that. Then he's doing his meow thing. And poofers and smack. Yeah. I like refound that a couple sometime over the weekend. I was like, oh yeah. What do we got here? New member, Fish Online, gaggle of goofballs. Well, I appreciate that. Cheers, buddy. Welcome to the insanity. Sauce. When I was training for the Navy, We just used to chuck everything into one pot. Oh yeah, and actually that's it's usually really good. I bark at my bosses up to 100 times a day, says little Jim. Yeah, I was barking at mine a little bit. A couple of them a day for dumbass shit. That's how they make stew. Just chuck everything into one pot, says Josh. Yeah, that can be a good stew. Could be a good stew. Just realized I wasn't still a member. That's fine. I appreciate it. Well, actually, that's right. You were a member, but then you wasn't, right? Because your skull is high level skullage there. That's right. Thank you, Jack Attack. I think there's another new one in there somewhere. I forget. Last time I emailed you pics, they were so big on your computer that you couldn't even show the whole image. What did I do wrong? That may have been. Who knows? I don't know. Like, you can try again. Since we don't have hundreds of people here, we can just go through and troubleshoot if it happens again. If you want to send something over, just let me know if you're going to email something. I'll get that pulled up. Where'd my WhatsApp go? Oh, there it is. Put that over there. That goes there. Put that there. Okay. Yeah, don't remember. Oh, ow. Bacon burgers from a tin. Huh? Chicken curry from a tin. Baked beans from a tin. Yeah. Chocolate drink from a packet. Mm-hmm. And biscuits. Hardtack type shit put in. Oh, man, that doesn't sound horrible. Sounds pretty standard issue old school MRE. But yeah, just toss it all in there. Yeah. Burgers from a tin. That's just weird, but I know that was a thing. Chipmunk says, I am a member. A dick is called a member, right? Yes, yes, it is. Yes, indeed. If Samsung phone, make sure 50 megapixels isn't the default. Okay. I thought anything up around there was 48 megapixels because they were using a 12 megapixel camera and just taking 4 different pictures, red, RGB, and then fucking standard. They actually have 50 megapixels now that are actually 50 megapixels, or are they just like fucking 25 megapixels that take 2 different pictures? Or 12, or some other dumb math. Well, let's see, yeah, where are we at on that? Chill. Oh, the eggs are currently just in the lead. All right. What's up, Franco? Franco with the old damn it. What happened? Did something explode? Oh, it's 20 after. Where's the other one? There it is. This one's almost empty. 20 after, everybody. Grab a drink, grab a puff, grab a whatever, pinch your nipple, scratch your butt, pet your dog, scratch your cat, whatever you do. Here's cheers to you. Fama would like us to pound, smash, poke, prod, press, push, punch, slap, chop, bump, tap, flick, kick, lick, rub, slam the like button, and subscribe. Clive C. Wow. Clive C. 30 months. Holy shit, dude. Cheers to that, buddy. I also appreciate the support. What's up, PJ? Have I missed anything yet? think so. As soon as I see that, I look up and I see it go, whoop, give a toast. How about another toast to all the gaggle of goofballs, everybody's sports channel. Even if you're just, like, not even a member, just hanging out with us, doing your thing, making the channel a better place by bringing yourself. So, cheers to everybody here. Got crab cake today. I got some A&W root beer. If you need to try root beer, Barks root beer is good. It's a little sweeter. And AMW root beer is awesome, especially for ice cream floats, like a blob of vanilla ice cream on top. A&W is better for that than Barks, because then it becomes too sweet with the Barks. But that's good if you're not too sugar tasty wise. Like, it still has a little bit of sugar in it, I'm sure. Yeah. But it's not quite as sweet as Barks root beer. Those are pretty much your two better root beers, if you're looking. Check attack. A weasel goes into a bar. The bartender says, "Interesting. I've never served a weasel before. What can I get you?" Pop goes the weasel. Chipmunk, I will be a dick member again soon when finances approve. Been brutal. Well, whatever you can do. Like, if you want to help out, that's cool. If you want to, but you can't, that's cool. If you don't want to help out, that's cool too. Like I said, as long as y'all just hanging out here, then like that's all the help I need. Like, we are good to go. But you are always the first priority, not this fucking channel. Like, y'all are the fucking, like, prioritize yourself, your time, and your money over anything fucking related to this channel. Like, just reminding you, you know what I mean? Like, don't feel bad if you miss a stream. Don't feel bad if you can't sign up. Like, it ain't a big deal. We're just here to chill. All that stuff is just little extra sprinkle stuff on there just to help out when you can, if you can, and if you can't, then fuck it. Do your thing, hang out, and just share the good time with us. That's all I ask. And for little Jim to send in messages, that also. Whoa. Still have burgers in a tin here. Just took these out of the cupboard. Well, put them the fuck back in, brother. Jesus. What? That doesn't even look like a fuck. What? An onion gravy. So that's like, oh, that's okay. So it's all right. So it's the patty. Like, I'm thinking like y'all had buns and all in that motherfucker, because that sounds like something you'd fucking do. But no, actually, no. Some of the MREs, it was buns and all in there, wasn't it? But that, even still, that's. I don't know. I feel like that's only convenient if you don't have an air fryer. Because, like, I could just throw a fucking 3-pound burger in an air fryer and it'd be done and seasoned and awesome in like 10, 15 minutes. What was that? Holy shit. PJ gifting 10 memberships to the gaggle of goofballs. See, we got Stevival, Adriana, Tax Evasion IRS, nice. Core 87, Boink, Greg Dillon, I feel like I haven't heard that name in a long time. Mad Monk, Wayne Gresham, Oddball, getting Boink got one. There you go. Getting gifted memberships at Ackerwald. Well, cheers to you, buddy. I much appreciate that. Hope everyone enjoys their little membership thingy that's going on. Franco, it is 10:23 p.m. Yes, it is. I'm 26 Celsius. It's like 20 in here. I'm too hot and tired. I'm going to bed. Well, I hope I get you. Hope you Even if you don't sleep very well, hopefully you at least get a little bit of rest. You know what I mean? But either way, I do hope you sleep well, and appreciate you swinging through. I'll see you on Saturday, most likely. I mean, like, I'll be there, but I know, you know, sometimes, like I said, y'all, I got stuff to do. Go do your stuff. Don't fucking worry about me. No, we're still looking at them fucking nasty-ass burgers. They are complete canned burgers. What, in the Westlers? Because that just looks like patties. But yeah, I know the MRE's one. Yeah, they were full canned burgers. Josh, never seen canned burgers before. Nah, it doesn't surprise me. I don't know, because what are you going to do to heat it up? You're either going to turn a pan on, which in that case, you might as well just put a frozen burger in the air fryer, or you microwave it and you turn it into a rubber hockey puck. I don't know. I don't know about that. Burgers in a can of gravy. I don't know. That, Mom's choice. I don't know. I mean, I guess it's good for something quick and dirty. Quickish, depending on how you heat it up. I don't know. I can't lock into that right. I don't know. My brain just won't lock into that. It must be a America thing. I think just because we're so used to just generally cooking our burgers. Like, I don't really know anybody that microwaves burgers unless it's like you get a frozen, like you can get the dollar burgers that are just a frozen basic burger. You throw in a microwave for 1 minute, no, 75 seconds. Sorry, 75 seconds. Like that I get, because that's just a quick snack and you're really not getting much out of it. That's why it's only $1. But as far as making a burger, like, I think it's just too easy to do here. But in America, everything's bigger, dumber, except our water heaters. Just because y'all got 240. Like, that's really anything I would like over here. And, like, obviously, I could fucking wire my house up to use a two-phase fucking 240 water heater. Fuck, I even got the cable for it. I don't know. That's like one of them. If I ever get around to it, kind of things, then I'll have a 3,000 watt fucking water heater. That'd be amazing. Click. Whoa. Like, do like little jets come out of those things or what? You biscuit heads, you listening? Do your 300 or 3,000 watt water heaters have like little jet thrusters and shit? I did provide you with a note from my mother who died 21 years ago, and I definitely didn't get a thick mattress matter. Every male enjoys their little member, says Chipmunk. Yes, that is true. That is true. What's a boink? Oh yeah, boink. The other boink. We have multi-boink going on right now. Chipmunk acorns. Let's see. Canned burgers have shown up on Ashens and Atomic Shrimp. I don't know. I guess. I mean, it just feels weird that the burger and the bun would be touching in a can. Like, I just feel like it would just suck all the moisture out of the fucking burger. I mean, if it's got like a little separator in there, like wax paper, a little separate packet, then like, yeah, okay, that's cool. But if they're actually just a burger boop, in a can, then I imagine the buns would be dry, or the burgers would be really dry. Two phase would be 208 or 480. We have 240, well, 240 single phase. Yeah, whatever. You know what the fuck I'm talking about. No, we have split phase. 240 split into 120, and then we just put 240 back the fucking other for our dryers and some people's electric water heaters, which is also nice. When the power went out, I'm like, okay, well, my water heater runs off of gas with no electricity hooked up to it on purpose. That was on purpose. So I had plenty of hot water. Like, that wasn't a big deal. So that was the other part. It was like, let me go. I was doing something. I'm like, oh yeah, hot water works. So, and I have my thermostat set to 140. So by the time it gets to the kitchen, it's usually at about 134 degrees. Maurice, mine only has 2.4 kilowatts, despite being 230 volts. Yeah, I was just throwing 3,000 out there. I know it's some of them are somewhere around there. Dave, 3,000 watt is usually in a 300-liter tank and takes about 30 minutes to heat to 60 Celsius. Okay, well, maybe not that, but you know what I mean. Well, actually, yeah, I guess most of actually, I guess it would be 2.4 because, like, my current water heaters, well, one of them's 800 watts and the other two are 1,200 watts. And the 1,200 watts are like, oh, advertised as like God mode ones. So, yeah, I guess it would be at that point 2.4 kilowatts. That would make sense. Clive C, sorry, my electric shower is 8.5 kilowatts. See, gas is still so cheap here. Like, it's not cheap as it used to be, but it's so much cheaper to use than electricity. And everything I have that uses gas is like has been updated within the past 10 years. So it's all like efficient and shit. So I'm gonna stick to gas whenever I can. Do you have a proper 230-volt kettle? I do not. That's why I'm like not in a hurry, because then like I would actually have to. How would I do that? Hmm. I'd probably have to put the outlet over on the shelf. I don't believe I have an easy way to get behind from the oven to the basement, but I might. I mean, I also have a 3-foot 1/2-inch drill bit. That's come in very handy when you're running wires through a house. Just being like, yeah, it's close enough. It's fucking 3 feet. It'll find something. Hey, cool. And I haven't fucked that up yet. Like, every time I've used that fucking gigantic drill bit to pass cable or wires through, I've always hit the mark within like an inch. So, but the way, since the kitchen is an add-on, it's kind of weird getting to it without having to go through the crawl space, which I won't fit in, and I wouldn't go in there anyway, because I'm pretty sure it's a science experiment involving some weird fucking spiders and like super ants. But yeah, no, I don't have, like, I'm sure I could get one. Christ, I wouldn't be surprised if I fucking asked nice enough. I could probably get one from a customer. I mean, not that I would, but sure they're not that expensive to get. Chipmunk, the shower unit, not the head. I'm not that insane, but our immersion heater backup for gas is 3,200 watts. I mean, I was thinking maybe I might get like, might downgrade to like a booster setup kind of thing. Well, not booster, but like the independent hot water packs. Like, on demand, that's what it is. On demand water heating. But the problem with that is I think they have gas ones, because again, but if they do have gas ones, I'm sure it still depends on electricity. See, that's one of the things, like, I've realized that all this fancy shit is cool and nice and all, but like when the fucking power goes out, your fucking luxuries become failure points and hindrances. That's why I'm simplifying. Like, even though I have this fucking monstrosity sitting in front of me, the things that I live by that keep me alive, I've been very simple, like trying to oversimplify over the years. And so far, like, that's kind of where I'm at. Like, I do really, like, I would like to get on-demand water heating, because, that would save, I suppose, in some way. as opposed to keeping 50 gallons down there at 140 degrees 24/7. But again, yesterday when the power went out, I would have had 50 gallons of hot water to use within a few hours, or it just wouldn't have been fucking hot. No, I don't know. Delicious Misfits. Let's see. You're replying. Let's see. 3-phase is 9,000 watts, but mainly commercial. Yeah, that fucking sublimate the water. Anyone can order a 3-phase 380 to home. We have it in Europe. Oh, okay. Yeah. I don't know what if. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to get. Yeah, unless I was in a warehouse, I wouldn't have access to anything more than 240 volts, and the line coming into my house is, oh, what gauge is it? think I think it's technically only rated for, I think it's 60 amps enclosed, 100 amps air, but I have it hooked up to a 400 amp fucking breaker with a 200 amp sub panel and a 100 amp sub panel, or what I call it, my generator panel, out in the garage. And like they know it's a 400 amp breaker, and they're like, no, we're not going to upgrade your cable unless, basically they said, we're not going to upgrade your cable unless you give us a reason to, or they see that I'm constantly running a lot of electric stuff, but I don't. Just, well, I mean, there's the air conditioning, that the blower motor runs 24/7, just keeps circulating the air through, keeps it a very steady, constant temperature. And I found on the electric bill, it really only costs about $20 a month to do. So less than $1 a day to be very comfortable in the house. Like I'm cool with that. And then the AC or heat, that kicks in as it needs. Was Sauce heading out? I'm off to bed. Got to work in the morning. Good night. Oh, still listening there, Sauce. Have yourself a good night. Yeah, I gotta work in the freaking morning too. Hmm. Hmm. Good morning to all. What is the current topic? Oh yeah. Talking about, we've managed to touch on water heaters, and me me adding a commercial, what would be considered a commercial water heater, a water boiler thing, basically a giant tea maker in my kitchen. Like I could, like I have, I actually have 240, I have 240 single phase, 3-wire fucking with ground run. Fucking, I got everything I could do. Wow. And I do have some at 240 outlets in a box downstairs. I believe plugs with them. I could put an outlet in anywhere in this house. Because I wouldn't even have to leave. I have so much shit downstairs from when I bought the house, just to upgrade and convert and pull new Romex here and there. It's because there were so many circuits in this house that were doubled up on the breaker. I think one or two of them were tripled. It's fucking horrible. they had a they had a 10 break. What? It's a weird noise, but anyway, what the fuck was I talking about for that? I don't know that that's a siren. Hold on, let me pause the Twitch music. Hold on. Are we being invaded? What the hell is that? I just sent an email with a pic to troubleshoot the image. Well, hopefully I'm here and not on a fucking spaceship. okay. I think someone's having... I feel like someone got a new toy. That is weird. What's up, Shazlan? What's the matter? I'm trying to figure out what that weird-ass noise was. Almost sounds like a tube thing, or someone's dicking around with like a karaoke machine. That was different. Oh, that's a hell of a whistle thing, and like I know they have pool stuff over there. Like, can't you like make pool noodles make noise if you zing them? But I don't feel like that's what that was. That was weird. And check the camera. Like, there's nobody. I can't see anything from my camera view. Well, from the easy one. Sometimes the mics on my cameras fail and everything sounds like sirens, like when someone talks. Even I suspect you're the same. I doubt it. That was definitely a sound, because I could hear, like, movement associated with it. Plug for making toast in the tub. Nah, probably not the best place to make toast. You don't want to get crumbs all in the, all on the bottom, because then you got to, like, step on them and stuff. Ooh, we got all kinds of pictures coming in. Okay. Oh boy, what's Jack Attack sending in here? What in the... Ah, it's a shame I can't zoom that picture in. Here's one from Jack Attack. Canned whole chicken. And someone pouring out a disgusting looking gelatinous fucking chicken. Fully cooked. It doesn't really look like it. I mean, you may be fucking cooked if you eat it, but that's fucking disgusting. I don't... Why do you people can so much crap? I see yours, JSS. We'll get there in a second. I didn't see that Jack Attack had sent a couple in. Christmas dinner. Yeah, that's like, you know what? Like, I feel like that would be perfectly acceptable, if not an absolutely real product in the fucking UK. Like, I realize it says tinner, so it's probably some AI shit, but I feel like if people in Britain saw that, they would say yes, now. Because you guys put some weird fucking shit in cans. Surprised you don't have canned mum over there. Where's mum? I put her in a can. Oh, okay. JSS, I'm starting to restore this oscilloscope. This is the second one with vacuum tubes and 1970s tech. It can capture 1 gigahertz repetitive signal in single shot mode. Not a big deal today by today's standards, but still impresses me. Oh yeah, anything that? Oh yeah, yeah. Look at that. That's fucking retro tech porn right there. Oh, and it's big enough to zoom. Like, this one I can zoom in and out just fine. So who knows? I mean, it could have just been fucking, I missed something. It could have been something acting up. But no, that looks fucking great. Ah, it's a shame it got a little fuzzy over on this, like over in here. But the rest of it looks really good. I mean, that looks cleanable. Looks like some stickers and shit were on it or something. Dude, the screen. Oh, the screen looks a little rough. Is that delaminating? It looks like, is that phosphor coated, right? If I'm remembering right. So is that the phosphor coating, like basically dry rotting? Oh no, that's the grid. But no, that looks like it's peeling. Yeah, that looks nice, dude. I gotta figure out how to get that old meter I have up here and find a spot for it back here. Just to show my appreciation for retro tech and to show that I actually have some really cool retro shit. Alright, cool. I dig that. Alright, as far as the vote goes, we're doing eggs tomorrow. Alright. Or next week, sorry. Okay, dokie. That's fine. We'll get that over with. Where'd that go? Nope. Yep. Nope. Lose that. Yeah, I already got that. Why is that? What? See, my other emails are going weird now, so who knows? The Nixie tube display on the scope is awesome. Okay. Oh yeah, it is a Nix. I can see the little pattern kind of thing of it through, I guess, the lens. Yeah. Yeah, I can see him through there. Okay. Ah, that's cool. Appreciate that. Sitting on a dock of the bay, watching the world float away, flush. Fish online, saw a meme where some guy's friend zip-tied a harmonica to the underside of his truck. Couldn't figure out why it was whistling. Yeah, I've seen stuff like that. That's good stuff. Stick whistle stuff in their exhaust pipe. Get the ones that you can like stuff way up in there and then they're just kind of cooked until it burns out or blows out. Stick a flap of duct tape on the drive shaft near something that it'll smack. So it usually rips off eventually, but it still is funny for the first, few minutes. Got a siren or tier bicycle. Tier. What the hell is that? Zapped. I'm enjoying 100.7 The Bay. Really? I listen to that every morning. I listen to Huber in the morning. I actually went to school with Steve Huber, the main guy in the morning. Most everybody else off there is X98 Rock employees, so it's just a bunch of cool guys. But yeah, that's 100.7. That's I listen to that like I said, every morning. I'll send text in, they read my shit. Whenever he reads my messages, it's Scrufdog, roof, roof. That's what he always does. And the other guy does it now too every once in a while. So they're used to me texting in. That's cool. How did you find 100.7 The Bay? Did I recommend that or something? Or are you just like looking around? Zapped Classic Rock? Yeah, Classic Rock. It's good stuff. What's for dinner? The eternal question. Cajun chicken Alfredo with garlic bread. Sure. You would. It's pretty good. It's not awesome. Like, when I do it, it's pretty good. It's not amazing, but it's pretty good. I'm sure you could probably do better, but I do use a shitload of garlic, so there's at least that. G David, 5 watch streak, 450 bonus. Thank you, buddy. Cheers. Do you ever wonder why scuba divers fall backwards out of a boat? It's because if they fell forward, they would still be in it. This is true. Garlic, that's the key. Isn't it always though for most things? Like a lot of times when I make if I do scrambled eggs, if I'm doing a more of a hearty breakfast, like I'll do like dice some potatoes up, fry like a little bit, almost like a little bit of hash browns. Do the classic, like throw some onions in there. I'll dice up some red onions, throw some red and green peppers in there, some diced garlic, saute it in butter. Then in another pan, I will cook sausage. A lot of times I'll crumble it up. And then I'll take the grease and all that and I'll fucking make it into a gravy-ish, not quite sausage gravy, but just a quick, just in the pan sloshy gravy thing. I'll pour that into with the potatoes and onions and peppers and stuff. Kind of give that a mix, get it going, and then I'll scramble the eggs in what's left of the garlic, or the garlic. Well, I'm sorry, the grease in the bacon, or fuck, the grease in the sausage and all that. I'll scramble the eggs into that until they're just about done. And then I'll flip them into the pan with everything else, mix it up, finish making sure everything's good and cooked, and heat it through. And then I'll sprinkle cheese on top, put the lid on it, turn the fire off, let the cheese melt through, and then I'll just go from there. It's actually what I did last weekend, and I ate leftovers for a couple days, and I'll probably do it again this weekend. Phew. But yeah, good hearty fucking breakfast, and it makes a really good like after dinner meal snacky thing. If you're a 4 or 5 mealer like I am, it actually usually now I do 3. Well, I do quote breakfast, but breakfast literally lasts from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. I'm usually like, I'll either get 2 McDonald's sausage McMuffin with egg sandwiches, hash browns, and a coffee. Lately, I've been going to Burger King and getting the fully loaded croissant sandwich with ham, bacon, sausage patty, eggs, just a little bit of butter, not much. Their little tater tot hash browns, which are really good. Better than McDonald's fucking hash browns, that's for sure. And a coffee. Or if I go to Rural Farms to get gas, then I'll just go in, I'll get 2 chicken tenders, a bunch of Western fries, usually some dippy sauce. But either way, whatever I get in the morning, I eat it slowly until I am pulling up. I'm usually going ahead and finishing it just to use it up, basically. So breakfast lasts about 8 hours. Then when I get home, I'll usually eat something an hour after I get home. And then I'll eat again around 8, and then usually something smallish around 9:30, just to keep me from wanting to snack. No, I did recommend that. 100.7. Yeah, it's good. It's cool. They got an app, so even if I can't like be at the radio, sometimes I'll put it on the phone. The phone is weirdly out of time with it being live, but it works fine. In a big leafy salad. No, I don't really do salads. I don't really have much for vegetable in here. Hold on. What do I have vegetable related? Uh, I don't think there's actually anything vegetable related in the house currently. Because like the last I had, I think the green bean. I don't even think there's anything frozen I have that has a vegetable in it. Well, tater tots. Okay, there's potato, but I also have potato chips. Yeah, that's kind of where we're at. I don't do a whole lot with vegetables. Pretty much, unless it's breakfast. Sometimes I'll get the atomic burger for breakfast. That's eggs, bacon, ham, sausage, beef patty, a 1/4 pound beef patty, and then I'll usually add onions, hold the mayo, and just leave the ketchup, add mustard, kind of thing. And I'll just go through that all day. Before I nod off, what radio stations do you folks recommend across the pond? Asked Zapped Sparky. Any recommendations on what Zap can listen to on air from the Biscuits? I've seen that one as well. What a cooter fart? What? Chris. What the hell did Chris say? Where? Hello? Why don't I see that? That's weird. Am I not seeing anything from Chris? Well, I see lol. Or was that just something? That must have been way up there. Okay. Anyway, sorry. Trying to put that together. Little Jim, why do elephants paint their balls red? So they can hide in cherry trees. Makes sense. What's the loudest sound in the jungle? Giraffes eating cherries. Ow. Black Roger says, Famon, excellent stromboli here. It comes with sauce for a dippin'. Oh, go into the local pizza stromboli shop. That's what Mr. Pancake's doing. But it's not Thursday, so that's fine. That's fine. Fama says 97.3 boom. What's Thursday? Where are they? Are they out of fucking hockey land or, Flappy Head land, or is that an American station? Hippie sauce? No, I get not hippie sauce. I get Chesapeake sauce. It's kind of, sort of like a Southwestern ranch, but a little tangier, and it has seafood seasoning in it as well. Garlic counts as a vegetable. That's true, yeah. There's definitely garlic. I definitely have garlic here. That's pretty much all the time. But that's because garlic, like, it just kind of chills when you get it. GSS Wizard, I bought 2 of those Type 567 scopes at an equipment auction thinking I'd need to use one for parts, but didn't have to. So now I can restore the second one. All the crap you see on the front and the CRT is just surface dirt. Oh, okay. Awesome. Good, good, good. Do they both work? Or is like one works and one needs to be restored? Does the second one need a restoration 2 function? Sauce is usually there. It's the dough and fillings and time to cook. It's not the same baked. Like a baked stromboli. Well, I know, like, my understanding, there's a lot of foods out there, especially from what I've been told, like in Mexico, a lot of the base food isn't super flavorful. It's very, mild in flavor so that everybody can eat it. But apparently with Mexican foods, it's all about the sauce. Like the base food itself is fine, but it's the sauce that actually makes the meal. That's what I've been told. Now, did anyone hear about the crazy family in Ohio? 16 kids living in a basement, and not me. Okay, so it wasn't you. That's good. 16 kids in it. What the? Did like were they going to? Like, I'm guessing I don't know. Were they going to school? Or they were just like they were just using the laundry chute as a fucking baby disposal fucking access. What's fuck, dude? I thought the comment was too vulgar, so I removed it. For what? Here? You're talking about the channel that lives by George Carlin's 7 Deadly Sins? Let's see if I can remember. What is it? Shit, piss, fuck, cunt, tits, motherfucker, and titty sucker? Is that what his 7 deadly words were on here? I talk about eating people and children and how to season them properly. Like it's pretty. I mean, I guess if you're worried about offending other people, I mean that's up to you. I'm sure if there's a problem, I'll let you know. Fucking C2S is spreading them for us. They're in ASCII. What area is that from so I don't end up with Summit Fake? Southern Ontario. Oh, okay. So on Southern Ontario, Toronto kind of thing. Little Jim, excellent radio station here in BHL is Greatest Hits Radio available online. What is it called? Like, was there a number or a call station that Zaps can search for? Try Tune Radio and search, or iTunes Radio and search for cartography or my region. Yeah, I I used to dabble with iTunes Radio looking for new stuff and just trying to listen to different music from around. Oh, you could find some pretty neat stuff on there for free. Look, Stromboli crust that they used is de bomb, even baked. Jim, give the number on dial with a name. Oh, says Fama, yeah. Let's see, Locke, I can imagine it's still better fried, otherwise baked, it's just a folded pizza. Yeah, that's kind of true. Just Google Greatest Hits Radio UK, then you can choose region, England, Wales, or Scotland. Oh, is it all the same? Like, I guess, is it one of those syndicated radios over there? They all play the same thing, just across the regions. Don't tell the Stromboli it's just a folded pizza. A calzone is a folded pizza, says Lockwatcher. My comments don't show on screen anymore, or now they do. So maybe, did you retype the thing? Because it didn't pop up again on my screen. Maybe YouTube itself is, I have very basic censorship turned on. Not moderate or whatever, just very basic. So I guess YouTube is moderating it. So maybe not keep typing it in case it's counting against you, or find a way to reword it in one of those just being subtle kind of ways or something. Anyone's team still in the runny ball game? The runny ball game. Yeah, that's America. Yeah, the U.S. Could we get knocked out by Belgium or something? I think that's what I heard on the radio this morning. That's whatever. That's fine. We did well enough, and you know what? We may not be in it, but you're still in us. Okay. Oh, I missed another top of the hour toast. Yeah, Jack Attack even tried. Well, let's have a little sip here, then we'll do a toot. Cheers. Why don't I see your chat? Let me see something over here. Let me try something. Dude, test. Yeah, there's that. Did I see that over here? Yeah, I saw that over there. I once saw a video of imitation lady parts on an exhaust pipe. Smoking pussies gang. That is fucking amazing. I don't know why that's not showing up over here. It's interesting. It doesn't give me the option anymore that I can see for live chat. That's interesting. This is on the plugin thing. That's fucking great, though. Well, that'd be great. That's fucking great. You know you got a pussy on your pipe? Yes, I do. How interesting. They changed their format. My nose is itching. But I don't see anything about full chat. Members only, start a poll, Q&A. That is not it. I'm not going to buy myself a super sticker. Whoa. What the fuck, dude? What is this? Oh, wow. Okay, now the window's going fucking crazy. Okay, that's better. Like I'm stretching it, like, you know, like sometimes if you make a window way too big, you can find that option that went away. There, it's hidden. Why is it hidden? All right, now I have live chat turned on instead of top chat. I haven't noticed that for fucking weeks. I've been looking for that. It's black text on a black background. No wonder I couldn't see it. I just started moving the mouse around and all of a sudden it was just like, boing, went, oh, click, and then there's the drop down. All right. So yes. pussies on exhaust pipes is absolutely fucking acceptable in this channel. That's definitely not offensive. Like, yeah, by all means. Thank you. Thank you. Well, I did use the word fleshlight, the naughty kind. Yeah, it's probably up there. Let's see. Are people stuffing fleshlights on exhaust pipes? That's fucking great. That'd be worth to get one if it didn't look like some bullshit. Oh yeah, sure, it's for your car. Well, no, really? Oh, fuck. All right, so now everybody should see everything. That was weird. But we sorted it. Hey, good troubleshooting. Hey, we've gotten some troubleshooting done here. We got JSS. I got a picture that actually fit. And it works. So I don't know what happened last time, but at least it's working this time. So that's cool. Figured out that I've been missing live chat for a while. Because I figured since the option was gone, I was like, I guess it's defaulting to live chat. All right. The sound of flappy lips. King of Sanity. My buddy put bird seed on his junk and stuck it in a birdhouse. How did that go? We need grandma butt flavored Pop-Tarts. I'd probably try that. I think I would. I know a guy that God, this was 25 years ago. In a college dorm room, one guy was a fucking meathead, but like just the derpiest of meatheads kind of thing, and he left all the supplements out. So one of our buddies took and fucking opened his big jug of supplements and just fucking swirled his junk around in that. And we had, at some point, had a video. Like I said, it was 25 years ago. He fucking pulls his shit out and it's just fluorescent yellow. It, like, you could not see any flesh there. It had all just stuck to his sweaty stuff. And then he just brushed it off back into the fucking thing, picked most of the hairs out that he could find, and then fucking put it back. And that fucking dumbass meathead dude fucking took that shit for the rest of the year, never questioned it. Fucking Terry, God, we did some fucked up shit to people, but it was all fucking hilarious, so it's all right. Nobody died that I'm aware of, so good. Stuck it in a birdhouse. That would be a little pokey bit. Oh, JSS, by the way, George's original 7 were shit, piss, fuck, cunt, cocksucker. That's what it was. Cocksucker, motherfucker, and tits. I know later on he started to be like, yeah, I know, cocksucker and motherfucker, they're basically the same word. And I forget what he added, but I know he threw something else in there. It was on a revised one. I might be mixing some of this shit up, though. The roast beef curtains. Well, yeah, that's what we're talking about. Putting like a fleshlight on your exhaust pipe, and then you have like full throttle fucking roast beef sandwich curtains going on there. All messages, top messages, filters out 10 to 20%. Yeah, it seems like it. Fuck. Alex says, no, we don't need a grandma butt flavored Pop-Tarts. Oh, come on, Locke. You know you'd fucking try one. I bet if I bought a box and sent you one, I'd be like, come on, man. You'd try one. That's what I said. What does the cashier think? Right, yeah, exactly. So what did I miss while on the phone with 999? What happened there, Chippy? For fuck's sakes, Mom, she wants to keep us away from weirdos. Well, yeah. I mean, we're all weird over here, so that's fine. I mean, it works out. You missed fleshlights on exhaust pipes, flappy roast beef curtains, grandma butt flavored Pop-Tarts. That was one of the highlights, I would think. Radio stations and old tech. So mostly pretty decent. Pretty decent. Google came up with a load of links. Guess I'm sorted for a while, says Zapped. Yeah. And like I said, if you haven't tried iTunes, then or not, well, yeah, iTunes and Oh, what was the other one? There was another free one that didn't have to do with Apple. Free radio. I used, of course, this is something I used probably fucking 10, 15, 20 years ago. No, iHeartRadio. Oh, TuneIn Radio. That's the one I was thinking of. TuneIn Radio. That's a good one to use. TuneIn. TuneIn is good. iHeart's pretty good. Like TuneIn Radio, you can pretty much listen to any fucking, like, they have most of your radio stations. Yeah, definitely TuneIn. That's the one I use. I was thinking iTunes earlier. I was thinking it was TuneIn, but no, TuneIn. Yeah. iTunes is fine, but TuneIn. That's what I've been using. Fuck, I don't know, probably since it came out. So yeah, definitely recommend TuneIn. One word. And it's available everywhere on everything, as far as I know. All right, Zap. I'll see you later, buddy. Hopefully you caught that last little bit. Little Jim sent you a WhatsApp about exhaust pipes. Oh, you did. Oh, boy. Here we go. Check before you show. Why not? Pause. So little Jim found this. Apparently it's been done. There we go. It's not very flappy. Is that not picking that up? That isn't. So there's your poofy exhaust pussy. I don't know why I didn't pick up the sound. I had it programmed to do that. Why doesn't it have that? I bet that's why. What if I copy that? Put that over here. Paste. Reference. Alright, there we go. But no, like you couldn't hear anything. It just sounded like a regular. But that's good. It's good to see someone else thinks like us. That's good. That's good. I think he later added fart, turd, and twat. Twat might be one. I think twat. I think he talked about fart and turd, but I don't know that they were put on the list. I'll have to go through that. I have all of his fucking stuff. I'll just start at the beginning and we'll see how it goes. I got what, 14, 15 of his comedy specials? Chipmunk, iHeartRadio, all your favorite podcasts embedded in one fucking giant ad. Okay. Well, maybe not iHeartRadio. Yes, that one, says Chris. All right, good. There we go. Sports, that's a nope from me then, says Chippy. Transporter V-dub. How about 9 pounds of leftover pulled pork from July 4th, frozen in vacuum bags? No, keep your meat. Keep your meat. Like, there's no safe way to transport that for me to would even be able to pick it up on time. But no, hold on to your food there, buddy. You never know, man. At this point, like, definitely keep it for yourself, but vacuum pack it for sure. One hell of a cooter fart. Yeah, a little bit there. Oh, good. Zap probably did hear the tune in then. All right, I guess we'll go here. Hey, what's up, Phasma? Dry ice in a styrofoam container. Yeah, we know that. Just he can keep his food. Don't give him ideas. Jesus Christ, what the fuck you thinking? That we know. Shh. Zapped is out. Let's see, Chippy. Meanwhile, in the UK, we had Are you being served? Miss Slocum's furry pussy. Miss Cockney rhyming slang for pished. For a pusher. A cooter tutor? Oh, that's a good cooter tutor. Boink, I have all of his discography. I have all of his videography. I'm pretty sure all of them are ones that I remember. Yeah. Dry ice in a screw top glass bottle for your enemies. Yeah, that'll let them know you're there. I don't recommend that. How you doing tonight, Phasma? Before you came in here and, start running your mouth. What the hell are we listening to? Sounds like fucking YouTube Shorts background music. We'll be using the pork for tacos, quesadillas, sandwiches. Yeah, I mean, don't use it for fucking roofing material. Those would be very good options there. Smoky pork chopped fine, egg excellent. Any pulled pork is just, it's, I don't want to say it's hard to fuck up pulled pork because it is actually pretty easy to fuck up pulled pork. As soon as I said it, I'm like, wait a minute, no, what am I saying here? No, actually it would be pretty easy because you can fucking get some, anywhere from a dried husk to, who knows what, or just raw nastiness. Just a serious moment from Little Jim. Can you show this, please, for any of the family on meds during this heat wave? It could save lives. All right. Heat safety and antidepressants. If you or someone you know is taking antidepressants like sertraline, citalopram, fluoxetine, duloxetine, mirtazapine, and other SSRIs/SNRIs. Beware these medications can make it harder for your body to stay cool and hydrated in hot weather. To stay safe in the heat, stay hydrated, avoid direct sun when possible, rest in the shade or a cooler indoor. Get someone else to do stuff for you. Hide in the basement. Eat all the ice cream. All of it. Are You Being Served is a classic. Great character development, very funny. Are you being served? Oh, okay. Do we have? I don't know if I have that or not. I know I've seen was that the pink hair lady? I know I've seen her in something before. Miss Slocum. Yeah, I know I've seen her in something. Huh. I'll take a look. Sounds like something Piano Man would like too. Pulled pork makes a heavenly lasagna. Yeah, I could see that being a thing. JSS. Yeah. Black Watcher, hope to make a sidewalk pancake this week. Is it still hot up there? Because it's been pretty decent here today. I will say hi when she regains consciousness. Will be when the dishy young paramedic turns up. But meh. Absolutely, Ari, the SSRI advice. Been drinking 5 liters a day of water. So that's about a gallon and a half, if I remember right. Chris says, "Oh, glad I got a ceiling fan now. Good. I'm glad it is working and working for you." Is the stuttering on my end, or is it just for everyone? Is there any stutter issues there, folks? And he says, "Just on my end." We'll make sure. Shouldn't be anything going on. Nothing looks ragged and jagged, but then again, I've also had times where I didn't think anything looked ragged and jagged, and I was putting out a frame a minute. Let me head over to my Twitch. I'll at least monitor it. Looks pretty good there so far. Oh, refresh. The second time. Yeah, well, you know how technology works. It doesn't. I don't know. I'm kind of like with Clive on that, though. Like, for as much as stuff for as much of the stuff we use that has bugs and weird shit in it, just the fact that it works at all is pretty fucking cool. Considering, like, growing up, there was nothing like this, you know. I got to watch it become. It's pretty neat. It's pretty neat. No stuttering, just trolls. Well, there you go. Troll. A magician's worst nightmare. A guy with amnesia. A wizard. A Saul-resistant assistant. Saul-resistant assistant. That'd be like Iron Man. Titanium gal. Does titanium gal's hoo-ha have, like, sharpened teeth in it? Chomp, chomp, chomp. Pretty sure what is that movie called? That wasn't, like, with teeth or something, was it? I know I have at least one movie that has a lady with a toothed, God, that's a weird word to say. A toothed vagina. Oh. Oh, that was the root beer. I'm like, I haven't drank beer in a while. Oh, wait, that was root beer. Right, yeah. Have you considered cannabis oil 10 or 20% THC and CBD there, Chipmunk? Can you get CBD oil over there in Biscuit Land? I know they're kind of sort of sniffing around the old Mary J. Wanner fucking thing. How far is it going over there? I guess different countries too. I mean, it is. I know it seems like Biscuit Land as a whole tries to do everything at once. Failed to you, but I don't know. I don't know what I don't know. I have no idea really what a lot of the international laws regarding cannabis is. I figure if I ever need to know, I'll figure it out before I go. Way before I go to make sure I even want to go. Paul Daniels turned out not to be Saul resistant. No, definitely not. Core temp goes up and cannot control it as normal. You stay safe. Precautions. Yeah, lots of water. Funny when you look back and MTV censored thongs. Yeah. Jesus Christ. Steel wool pubes. What? Was that random or did what? I like how I'm talking about thongs and then steel wool pubes. That's very chafy. Chafy. Or are you speaking in regards to the chomp chomp hoo-ha? I was at a barbecue and I saw that the condiments table had a sign reading, "Please take only what you need. I now have a table." Black also made jalapeno poppers with cheddar, cream cheese, jalapeno relish, stuffed in a hollow jalapeno, and bacon wrapped. I hope we see pictures of that on Saturday, because pics or it didn't happen, motherfucker. And if you didn't take pictures, you better get your ass into the kitchen this week and make some more. Because you don't put some shit up there. As someone that regularly sends in pictures, you don't put some shit up there like that and not have a fucking picture for it. Like, that'll get you banned from the channel quick. We'll just have to find someone else to make pancakes for the channel. Boink. Holding one transistor in our hand as a vacuum tube in the 70s to the micro SD card that has billions of transistors the size of your pinky. That is amazing. Yeah, like I could go outside and grab a fucking vacuum tube and then like I could go out to my van and grab that extra little fucking SIM card I have, which is all kinds of memory and fucking shit, and then grab a, I think I got a terabyte SD card around here somewhere. Like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, memory has gotten absolutely ridiculous. Seen a hypnotist the other day, put 5 guys on stage under, accidentally dropped the microphone on his foot and shouted, "Fuck me." What happened next will haunt me to my dying day. Oh, on the titanium gal. Oh, yeah, I guess. Well, I mean, I'm sure she could find something to trim up a little bit if it is that chafy. My neighbor has a sign on his lawn. No dog poop, please. But my dog can't read. Mama says some crushed ice and a bunch of water or Gatorade. Maybe your core cooler, Jim. Yeah, a little swamp cooler thing. If you don't mind the added humidity. We've never sent a conspiracy theorist to the moon. That can't be a coincidence. I don't know. It probably wouldn't be a bad idea to send most of them to the moon. Not any spacesuits, just fucking thump. Hey, well, yeah, what's going on with spin launch? Like, have you heard about spin launch? It's like a giant motherfucking ultra industrial snail shell fucking thing that can launch shit into low Earth orbit. Like, could we build a bigger one and just put pods of morons on it and just fling them out into fucking space? That would be pretty cool. I mean, hell, we can even give them the grace of making it airtight and just have cameras on there and just watch them fucking dumb themselves out. Are they still around? I don't know. Like, they seem like they had something going. Spin Launch. Let's see. Spin Launch is an innovative aerospace company developing a ground-based kinetic launch system to hurl payloads into space using a massive vacuum-sealed centrifuge. Instead of relying exclusively on traditional fuel-heavy rockets, the system spins the fuck out of a specialized projectile to hypersonic speeds before slinging it towards orbit. Yeah, like no shit. Fuck. The centrifuge inside a massive vacuum changer is a scaled-down version at the spaceport, New Mexico. A carbon fiber arm spins the payload-carrying projectile using electric motors. Once it reaches speeds of 5,000 miles per hour, or roughly 8,000 kilometers per hour, the projectile is released. As the projectile tears through the fucking atmosphere, a small 2-stage rocket inside ignites to push the payload the rest of the way into low Earth orbit. They are still fucking around with it. Yeah, they're still going. But yeah, I first heard that, I'm like, there ain't no fucking way. And then like they started doing test launches. I was like, no shit. But I didn't know that fucking things are going 5,000 miles per hour. Jesus Christ. What do you got, Phasma? We've sent flat Earth conspiracy theorists down to the South Pole though, and only one of them pulled their head out of their ass. Did the rest of them just stick their head in the snow when we left them? That would be all right. Hey, what's up, Grant Rennie? I just saw you. How did I miss? I saw you type something earlier. How did I miss that? Where was that? There's a cheers thing. I thought I saw something earlier, like when you came in, but I think I was running my fucking mouth. Either way, what's up, Grant? Sounds great for fragile items. Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, the G's would kill it before launch, says Fama. I don't know. Like, that's one of them things that like, how do you design around a billion, it's got to be tens of fucking G's, on whatever you're launching. But then again, I don't actually know what kind of G-forces like a fucking SpaceX launch take. Well, I guess let's see. Let's see. How many G's does a payload feel on a Falcon 9 launch? A payload on a Falcon 9 launch typically experiences a maximum sustained acceleration of 3.5 to 4.5 Gs. Oh. The rocket's guided system is specifically programmed to throttle down the engines near the end of each flight to ensure the payload never exceeds a limit of 6 Gs. Okay, so they don't fucking deal with nothing. But, okay, so yeah, okay. How many Gs does a payload feel on a spin launch? Fuck, man, of goat ass. A payload experiences a brutal peak acceleration of up to 10,000 Gs. I was thinking tens of. This is like, no, motherfucker, 10,000 Gs during a spin launch centrifugal acceleration process. Under this level acceleration, a 1 pound object exerts 10,000 pounds of force. What the like what can survive? What are we just launching? We just throwing rocks? Like, I don't know how any. I mean, I know solid state's pretty fucking solid state, but that seems excessive. Jesus, fuck, man. Ooh. Phasma, just getting awake and going. Gotta do some planning for the factory today. Ah, yeah. And then you'll be streaming in 5.5-ish hours, perhaps? That's when you were streaming. Jesus. That centrifuge would require quite a ball bearing. Definitely quite the bearing. Holy shit. Oh, I missed a 420. Yeah, wasn't I supposed to stop the stream earlier? Oh, whatever. Yeah, very late 420. Cheers. Spinlocks only works for specialized fucking berry payloads, which they want to build themselves. And I guess if they can figure out how to make something work under that much G-force, then obviously more fucking power to them. But that's going to be, you want to talk about a niche market? That is ultra fucking niche. Jesus Christ. It's on the way, but there's a lot of work to do. Short radius, fast speed, high angular acceleration. Whew. It would heat up from the atmosphere drag on the way up. It's just not feasible for a launch, says Boink. From the vacuum to the atmosphere would just destroy the craft. Yeah, obviously, when they say specialized payload, obviously there's never going to be, well, one, not too big, because you can't get that fucking big, I wouldn't think. So I don't know that air cavities would be that much of a concern, because whatever they build is pretty much going to have to be solid, because even I can't imagine under the heat generated from thousands of Gs, like even an air pocket would probably expand to the point that it would destroy whatever was trying to hold it. So I'm guessing that's part of the specialization, is making sure there's no air in it. Yeah, I don't know. Like, there's that. I scrolled down because I thought it was a little ridiculous, but I'm seeing multiple sources saying up to 10,000 through different. One says up to 20. Yeah, like everyone's saying up to. Let's see. What does the wiki have anything to say? It says you know, up to 10,000 Gs. I don't know. Like, I'm not a physicist kind of guy. I wouldn't mind understanding more physics than I do, but obviously, I mean, if even if it's, you know, I mean, they say up to, obviously that means up to. We know what that means. But even at fucking, like, if it's half that, 3, 4, 5,000 Gs, fuck's sake, like, that's insane. Sounds more like a bad single shot weapon. Yeah, it's like the most overly complicated fucking sling. So we could launch a solid block of tungsten blocks if we want. That would actually be pretty fucked up. Because tungsten is, the way tungsten works, like, learned I think it was sometime last year, why tungsten is used for penetrating, like, armor piercing stuff, anywhere from body armor to fucking tank armor. Not just because it's heavy. Everyone thinks it's, oh, it's heavy and it's dense. But it's density is what makes it work so well, because of how it breaks. Because, like, with regular steel, you know, when it fucking hits something, the point on the steel, the penetrating part, just dulls out and it can mushroom. Like, it'll still go in, but it's fucking mushrooming as it goes. When tungsten hits that point, instead of flattening, it just shears off like a slice. And as it shears off, it makes the new piece fucking razor sharp. So it keeps going, and then it breaks off, and then there's a new laser sharp piece that fucking breaks off, and it just keeps going like that. That's why tungsten makes such a good penetrator, because it doesn't blunt, it just shears and becomes sharp again. I heard that, I went, oh, that actually makes a lot of sense. Okay. Okay. So whatever tungsten alloy they use, that's how it is set up to shear as opposed to blunt, which makes it, combined with the weight, obviously, just fucking do its deal. Spin launch is better suited for Mars and payload deployment to orbit. Yeah, from Mars to orbit from Mars. Well, yeah, I mean, actually, flinging stuff from Mars to here would almost be feasible, but I can't see a spin launch, even with whatever multi-stage it could have, to have anywhere near enough delta V to get out to Mars. But who knows? They come up with some shit, especially if they get just enough G to break orbit and then use like a small ion thruster. They get there eventually. Chris says at 10,000 G, I would weigh around 950 metric tons. Good luck finding fucking pants. Damn. Like, you know what I mean? No, I guess you'd be able to find pants. You'd just be really, 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 really fucking dense. Probably squished. So actually, might be a problem finding pants, because you'd be pretty squished. Nothing beats depleted uranium as projectile material. Oh, yeah. It's nice that we found a good use for it. Like, well, here's some nuclear waste. Hey, asshole, you have it. That's just as bad as, you open your mailbox, has all the flyers. There's like, hey, thanks for leaving your trash behind. Like, that's perfect. Depleted uranium, here, you have it. The hard way. The really hard way. Grant Rennie, there was a metal manhole cover in Arizona blown into space at about 76,000 miles per hour when a nuclear test went off back in 1975 before they quit testing. Yeah, I heard about that. They think that may be one of the first, one of the OG American satellites, and that it may actually still be there. They just don't know. I think I watched something on that. I'd say within the past few months, I saw that. Probably at the beginning of the year. I feel like there was a video associated with it as well, but I can't remember. But yeah, I remember hearing about that. That was funny. Josh, put flat cameras on spin launch and launch them into space. That way you can accomplish 2 goals at once. Test the launch system and restore our freedom here on Earth. Yeah, that flock shit is getting fucking creepy, dude. Just another reason for me not to go in places that have a lot of people. Because the more people that are around, the more likely you're going to have a fucking flock-ish camera. Or just a straight up fucking flock. Yeah, it's getting a little much. Launch stuff from the moon to here, that would probably work great. I mean, you could fucking, I don't know, you throw a rock hard enough from the moon, if you throw it the right play, you could probably almost get it here. It would just take a long time. But at 5,000 miles per hour, yeah, you'll make the trip. Once you're on Mars, there is no coming back. You can't come back from there because of gravity. Oh, we'll figure something out. The manhole lid was in one frame of a million frames of a second video, bent in a cone shape. See, it was even set up for rocket. Chris says I'd be a pancake. Yeah, pretty much. A very, very, very dense. Like you would be the manhole cover. You would be. We would replace the manhole cover with you at that point because it was boom, and then it definitely wouldn't fly up. Well, I mean, we are talking nuclear forces here, so you might still move around a little bit if they did another test, but probably not as far. Or a lot farther if the fucking sewer system was strong enough to contain the blast longer before it failed. Because then you'd have more pressure to go farther. I don't know, let's do it. All right, can someone, let's see if we can get Chris loaded into the spin launch, jack attack, since you're the troublemaker. But you're also good at stealing and moving my stuff around. If you could just go ahead and be... We could rent a chopper. If you could be up probably, I don't know, I guess maximum height of the helicopter directly above with a catcher's mitt to catch Chris. And then we'll take her to, or take him down to New York, and we'll find a manhole cover and put him on there and see how it fits. And then we just leave there. I volunteer as tribute. See? Look, we're good. We don't even have to fill out paperwork. We have it right here. Perfect. On the way. Yeah, you got it. All right. All right. Yeah, just if you fall out of the helicopter or the helicopter falls because it suddenly weighs 950 metric tons, just make sure Chris doesn't land on top of you. Attack sorted. All right, so we got a plan. All right. C2S, would a spaceship in open space have enough gravity to attract debris? Thank you for the follower, the tongue drummer. I like that. I like it. Thank you for the follow. Cheers. Kurt says I need some action in my life anyway. Yeah, so what are you doing today? Man, I've just been bored. I'm gonna go get converted into a pancake and crushed at 950 metric tons because, I don't know, it's fucking Wednesday. You be back for dinner? Don't wait up. Don't wait up. I may visit New York while I'm out. 76,000 miles per hour would be way beyond escape velocity. Yeah, I would think so. Escape velocity is what, 18,000? Or no, that's orbit velocity. What is escape velocity? I used to know that from fucking playing Kerbal. Earth orbit escape velocity. I forget how many delta V's that is. Earth escape velocity from its surface is approximately 25,000 miles per hour or 40,000 kilometers per hour. Okay. Let's see. Rockets first accelerate to an orbital velocity of about 17,500 to enter low Earth orbit. Then once in orbit, a smaller burn is executed to reach the necessary escape speed of about 11.2 kilometers relative to Earth. So they stack that on top of their existing one. So they roll out at about 30,000. Or, I mean, that's 1.2 kilometers. So, yeah, so most of the rockets, it seems, are set up to roll out at about 30,000 if they're heading on out into the great beyond, it would seem. How are you, my new friend? It's a musical instrument I played called the tongue drum. Tongue drum. Alright, let's find a video. I'll play a little clip of a tongue drum. That was fucking loud. Okay, so it's not a tongue. Oh, I see why it's called a tongue drum. Okay, I see. Let me go to YouTube. I can control the picture a little bit more. So it's called a tongue drum. Do we have sound? No, it's not working. Hold on, let me get the sound working so you can hear it. Well, cool. I'm glad you stopped by. I like discovering new things, and I see that here. Let me flip it. Oh, actually, I can't flip it over. Actually, no. For that to do that, I got to do this. I got to get this to fucking do properties. Tongue drums. There we go. Okay, let me push play. Yes. All right, now it's working. Let me unmute it. So this is from Drums Benito. And if you look, you can see it looks like a bunch of little tongues on there. Oh, there's a little one. That is... Ooh. Nah, I dig that. That's cool. That's awesome. I like it. I can't play too much. I'm probably already going to get hit by copyright, but I don't care. I don't monetize my YouTube. That's cool. I appreciate you introducing me to a new instrument. That sounds like some chill ass relaxing shit. I may have to try that out. I'll leave that page up. Well, thank you for that, buddy. It's always good to find new stuff. Alyssa, what the fuck? Look at you still here. So many updates. Oh yeah, I'm sure. Like, let's do the first question. Do you still work in the same building? Because I know you were talking about going this way and that way and here and there. Chris, love the sound of the tongue drum. Yeah, it's a super chill fucking. I like the little guy. The little guy's cool. I want to get one of them. That'd be cool to mess around with. Doesn't take up a lot of room. Just cool. Cats will probably appreciate it. I'm sure there are pancakes on the ISS, says Lockwatcher. Probably. And when cargo and people go up, they do take fresh food with them. So they can have, like, apparently, try to take 2 or 3 days worth of something different, basically, something fresh. You're welcome. I was going to raid you, but it said I can't raid you. What? I can't. Wow, what the fuck did Twitch do? I had it set to anybody could raid me because I used to. Is that why I don't get raided anymore? Where is that in here? Settings, the channel settings, stream events, bio, social links, clips, raids. Allow raids from channels that meet the following requirements. Number of viewers 1. Minimum account age in days 30. Are you a new account? That would really, apparently that's my only restriction is you have to be streaming. Well, your account has to be more than 30 days. That's all it has. You need to raid mid-sentence. Well, yeah, there is that too. Apparently it seems like a lot of Twitch won't necessarily let it work unless you're currently speaking so it can cut you off. Yes, you are new. Yeah. Well, let's see. I'll cut that down to 15 days. Rating channel minimum account below 30 days, allowing raid from channel. Yeah, that's fine. I'll leave it there. If you want to try again another time, I'm usually here Wednesdays and Saturday evenings. Tongue drum. Tongue drum, tongue drum. Let's see. Oh, wait a minute. If 4 out of 5 people suffer from diarrhea, does that mean the one guy enjoys it? Maybe. Maybe. All right, well, actually, hold on there, tongue drummer. Let me click that. I will follow you. Go ahead, follow. How can I post a link? There we go. Oh yeah, you are new, aren't you? Okay. Here, go follow. Why won't that go away? I posted on YouTube for I know some. We got some Twitch. Go follow it. He's new. What do you stream? Let's see. What did you stream? do videos. No found. Are you not saving? Well, either way, yeah. Fling some people on over. I'll try again another time. I do this every day with my instruments. That's cool. Yeah, yeah. We got C's. I have no idea what that says, Jensen. But hello. Does anyone know what Jensen is saying? By chance? Alyssa, I left the Amazon as a whole in March. Started working at the place in Middle River that makes airplane. Oh, so you work with you work at the same place as Brandon. Okay. I'm guessing. That's cool. Definitely get out of that. I'm glad you got out of that ecosphere, because that's fucking hell. I had to go on night shift though, 10 to 6, but there's no managers or supervisors like at all, so it's super chill every night. Well, there you go. Good. And over there, now you're in an actual career, not just a job. Good. Be good over there. Do well. Just because there's no managers or supervisors doesn't mean you should fuck off all the time. Like, do well. Make sure you're valuable. You're in a good job. Make sure you're valuable so that in case things go south for the company and they have to trim a little bit, you're not on that list. Okay? Time to put the big girl panties on. But that's good. That's good. I'm glad you got out of there. You do super duper well. Very good. Proud of you. I was wondering where you were. The fuck, you popped in my brain like about a month ago. I was like, she hasn't even stopped by the stream. God damn. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Do you see Brandon at all or talk to him, or are you even in the same building as him? Hello and have a nice day from Kakrov, Poland. Yeah. Well, hello and hope you're having a good evening from Baltimore, Maryland, United States, one of the world's more popular PvP servers. What the fuck is going on outside now? All right, I guess we'll wrap this up at the top of the hour then. That'll be our normal time anyway. He or she said, "Take this Jensen." I have a nice. Oh, okay. Good. Oh, I'm glad other people can. That's cool. It's good. Different languages, because that's one thing America really does not press. Like, we have air conditioning, we have big food, we have good flavors, we have this and that, but there is no real drive to learn and maintain foreign languages. Which, of course, some of the I know some of the people on here, you know, like, English is their foreign language kind of thing. They just know it well because apparently, if it's just the way the world is, English is just there everywhere. He has left the building. See, Little Jim sent you another WhatsApp. Let me see. Hold on. Stop. I gotta mute that. First, Wow, the fucking window is going wild. Probably not. That's that's going to be a hardcore fucking copyright issue, even though it's a rendition of that song. That would be a problem. I'm guessing you're saying, do I play Warhammer? I have played it, but I actually haven't played any of the Warhammers. Oh, last time I played any of the Warhammers was on Xbox 360. I think it was 40K. One of those. It's been a long time since I played Warhammer. I kind of forgot about that one. I texted him when I got hired there, and he said his brother works there, but didn't say anything about himself working there. Huh, well, that's weird. Maybe he doesn't work there anymore. I've seen Eastern vans there, but apparently it's super rare for our forklifts to break, so they never really come. Well, a lot of facilities like that don't use their forklifts as much as other places, and since they're dealing with, you know, fucking aerospace parts and airplane parts and very delicate stuff, most of your operators at a place like that drive like they have a fucking brain, and they are pretty careful with them. Wait, you're on the East Coast. I'm north of you. You're in Delaware. Yeah, I'm over in Baltimore. How was the storm Saturday on the 4th over there? I lost power twice during our Saturday live stream, but all my network and computer sits on battery backup for a little while. So blips in and out aren't a big deal. And then as they were fixing it, was it yesterday or day before, it was out for a couple hours. Wasn't too bad. I have a generator. Well, I put my generator back together. I was talking about that earlier in the stream. Because I took it apart last year when we had a power failure because the carburetor was fucked up. So I pulled that and a bunch of other shit apart. Totally fucking forgot about it. I go out there and start the generator and I'm like, oh. So I had to put it back together, got it running, yada yada. But how many kilowatts of battery do you have? Kilowatts of battery? I know amp hours. I go by amp hours of battery rating. I'm not really sure what's in for the computer. They're 1200 VA and they last about, what are they rated for? Like an hour at 50% load. And they were lasting about 2 hours with all my network gear hooked up to them after they sat for about a half hour with a bunch of monitors still plugged in. Downstairs I have, like I said, I got those two tractor trailer batteries to keep powering the fiber optic ONT, the main router, and one of the sub routers. And that's somewhere along the lines. I think they're 200, because they're starter / deep cycles. So I think they're 1,000 cold crank amps and something like 400 amp hours a piece. But I'm running them at 24 volts, so it only counts once. But it's something fucking ridiculous. Then the other server has, oh god, what is that? I think that's 20 amp hour battery. I want a smaller one because I'm not too worried about the server. That's basically just there in case the power flips on and off a couple times, it'll stay running. But I don't need that to run long term because there's no network stuff hooked up to that. And then I have another UPS downstairs for one of the other routers, like an old, it's like a 500, it's probably like a 25-year-old APC, like 500 VA UPS that has a little fucking fire alarm battery, fucking electrical tape to it. Top of the hour too. But I do, after the recent power failure, I'm going to move a couple things around. Like, I'm going to put the entire network on the big backup downstairs. Instead of having it run off of the streaming PC backup. because I don't have much wattage to spare for the gaming rig. Because when I'm going balls out, that like this thing will pull up to 900 fucking watts. So try to keep as much stuff off the gaming backup one, but I think I'm just going to run an extension cord because that backup, in relation to where it is now, is probably only about 15 feet away. So extension cord wouldn't be a big deal for the network gear up here, because then that'll keep the main route, my main router, the switch, and the DNS server all running for a couple days. Tongue drummer, it was hectic, but nothing bad. And may I say, I love the Camaro SS behind you. That was a gift from Fama87. That's a nitro car. We got to run around. And we'll get back to running it around again, but that was a kit we built on Wednesdays. We put it together, drove it around. Then we have, let's see, these are two Stirling engines we built. That's the Lego International Space Station. There's a Lego Dragon capsule. That's a Lego functioning remote control forklift. Fallout 4 iBot. Corvette. Some stuff from Netherlands. Skull, don't worry about that. It's a rotor. It's a demonstrator rotary engine. It's kind of loud. That's why I don't run it on stream, but it's an actual rotary thing. More Legos, rovers. There's Johnny 5, remote control Johnny 5. That's C2S's favorite project we did. And that, I forgot to. I should have turned that on, but that's another Stirling engine we did on here. Like we do, Wednesday nights are either building, it's kind of a free-for-all. We're either building something, putting Legos together, which has been I'm kind of burnt out on at the moment. Next week, we'll be having on Wednesday the cold weather MRE, because I also try MREs on here. Scrambled eggs with cheese, Western style. Problem is, we already know that dehydrated scrambled eggs do not hydrate well, but we'll try. The UPS I replaced the batteries in is an APC 750. My main backup downstairs was an APC 1200 VA UPS. I've talked about this before, but when I took it apart, I saw there was a whole row of transistors and zero link resistors not populated. So I Googled around, and it turns out my hunch was right. There was actually a video that had that exact model, and they said, yeah, just solder in the shit. Go into the firmware with this piece of software and just tell it, yeah, you're now a 2000 fucking VA thing. You set a couple parameters, and I basically upgraded my 1200 to a 2000 for like $20. And that's what runs the main, everything. What's up, Synergy? Welcome, even though we're getting, just getting close to wrapping up-ish. Little jam on a lighter note, my neighbor knocked on my door. Said, your dog is chasing a guy on a bike. I didn't even know Rover had a bike. Oof, oof, oof. I presume you have at least a 25 to 50 kilowatt system. Let's see. I actually think about kilowatts. Let's see. I need paper. Let's do this before I go. Let's see. So kilowatts wise, let's see. That's be about that. That one's about there. We're looking about that. That's math. I don't feel like thinking. It's too late in the day to think too much. Let's see. Like literal kilowatts for my backup right now, not including the generator. I have my generator, my gasoline generator is 4,500 watts. I have 6,000 watts available power when the power goes out in the house. Which not too bad. So there's your 6 kilowatts. That's what I have available. 6 kilowatts at 120 volts is what I have available. awesome of this stuff. This is all stuff that everybody here has helped us pay for, except there's a couple bits in, like, you know, like I had my stuffed animals. That's some dehydrated water right there. That's good to have for survival. Just add water. That was sent from Jamene, Weiße Sächsische Jamenkartenvat. Now we got a bunch of stuff. That's all my ammo that's in stock, as I call it. Oh yeah, we got the Christ. Yeah, hold on. And we'll be bringing this back on the channel probably this month. Hold on. Now that I know I can get a pretty good broadcast from outside, we're going to continue with this little guy. This is an actual gasoline engine. Like, not nitro, but like same shit you put in your car. Based on a small block Chevy. Channel also helped pay for this, as well as me. That was an expensive project. I wasn't expecting to pay for all of it. But yeah, it actually runs, like, the fucking spark plugs in it are like that big. And we've had it running on the channel. I'd start it now, but I don't have my battery in here, because it probably would start as it's sitting, but I don't. I gotta work on. I need to work on. I have a marine power supply downstairs that is good for 15 volts at like 50 to 60 amps. Should probably bring that up here, because I'm sure that could start this. Or destroy the power supply. I don't know. I may have to get that up here. That is a chunker. That's about. That was from the mid 80s, and it still works. That's decent for internet equipment till power gets back and running, though I would suggest a 50 kilowatt battery system with a 10 kilowatt solar panel. Yeah, I'm looking to get solar panels on the garage. I have a little tiny 100-watt solar panel permanently mounted on, like a house panel permanently mounted on my Suburban. Full solar charger and 200 amp hours, or yeah, no, 250 amp hours of battery and AGM batteries on that, with a 2 or 3,000 watt inverter, just for out and about. And then I want to get a solar system on the roof. I was looking at probably 5 to 8 a kilowatt system, because I don't run much in the house, because it's just me. And my air conditioner is an efficiency one. It's like designed to just run all day, but the fucking compressor itself only pulls 6.6 amps. The blower motor pulls 3 amps. So that's why I can use it on my 4,500 watt generator. But yeah, I was thinking of something pretty close to what you're describing. How much was the engine? The engine itself was about $2,000. But they have a new revision of it that fixes a lot of fuck ups on that engine and just makes it easier to run. And I think it's cheaper. I think they got popular enough that they're good. Just look at, I'll shoot you a link here. Well, here, actually, I'll just do this. Here's the Google link, because there's just a lot of links, but I will say there is a V2 available if you can find it. If they're labeled as V2, I don't know. But the actual running engine, like if you go to Sterling, the first 2 links, Sterling Kit or Engine DIY, like they have the actual one. There it is. Sizen, here's the actual link to it. Here's the Sterling Kit link to it. I think I got it from Sterling Kit. No, I got it from Engine DIY. They kind of fucked me over a little bit, because it was missing parts, and they said I had to pay for the parts. I told them to go fuck themselves, like pretty much literally in an email. But there's a link to the engine. So it's right now it's $2,100. I know it goes on sale regularly though. Then you can get different kits with it, and I'm getting ready to order an alternator kit for that. We're going to make it the world's most complicated phone charger. But yeah, engine, full, see, the ultimate power set. The engine, the base, the starter kit, and the you don't need a charger. Yeah, no, we don't need the ultimate one. No transmission, but a base, a starter kit, and all that stuff is $2,300. So basically, you spend $2,300, you can get the upgraded version, with everything you need to make it run, except for fluids, which you need oil, gasoline, and coolant. And if they offer to send you a fucking electric screwdriver, just understand their little orange and black electric screwdriver is kind of shit. But whatever. Anyway. Bad customer service. Yeah, both Sterling Kit and Engine DY had some pretty rough customer service for me. Sterling Kit was vaguely excusable because they were out of stock on it, and then they went on like Chinese holiday for like a fucking month. And then when they got back, they literally forgot because it had been so long. So I had to keep bugging them. And then they said they were going to, send me the kits I ordered. Then they said the kits were out of stock, so I should order other kits. But then they ended up sending me the original ones, even though it was fucking chaos. I mean, the shit showed up, but that's one of those, your mileage may vary. And then the engine itself, that engine I ordered from Engine DIY, and like I said, it was missing a few parts, and they were like, well, you got to pay for it. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? So, yeah, I don't know. Either way, it'll get there, and then just hope for the best. AGM battery, the AGM is postponed due to sickness of the electrolyte. You never know when somebody accidentally blows up the power station. Yeah, there's a lot of that going on in the world right now. Just not so accidentally. Anything on electric apart from petrol? Anything on electric apart from petrol? What do you mean? You mean like as far as stuff from projects? Like that's nitro, that's gasoline. I mean, we have like electric stuff. Not sure I get exactly what you're asking there, Synergy. We shall reconvene 2 weeks after it dries out. Let's see, the bad customer service must be Milwaukee. Back in Milwaukee, man. Like, for a company that charges so much for their goddamn batteries, you'd think they'd last more than a couple years. I don't know. Fucking hell. Like we have 3 Milwaukee batteries in here that have bad cells in them. I'm gonna have to change out because I'd rather spend like a couple hours and fucking $10 for a new cell than $200 for a fucking battery that's going to take a shit on me in 2 years again. The problem is their tools work really fucking well. It's just their batteries are kind of dicks. Oh man, I am a thirsty one today. I bet it gets awkward when it's time for Johnny Cab to charge. What are we what is Johnny Cab charging C2F besides an electric cab? Is that what you're talking about? I feel like I'm missing half of what you're saying sometimes. But spit it out real quick because we're going to get ready to wrap this up. I guess at this point we'll go to 720, even though we were supposed to go to 620, but whatever. There's just enough flow that it's working out. Chippy started it. Oh, not Johnny Cat. Well, you're involved in it previously too, so you're all in trouble. Oh, there's someone. Depuki. Sometimes when I'm showering, I turn off the lights, get on all fours, and pretend that I'm a rhino defending its territory while headbutting the faucet. Anyways, how's the evening? That almost sounds like something I should try. The evening's not so bad. It's going to get a little better when I get something to eat. But that's good. That's good. As long as you're not doing it the other way around, because that would be something totally different if you're butt-butting the faucet. Guess at that point, make sure you spit on it first. You know what I'm saying? Johnny Cab was in Total Recall, the film. Johnny Cab. I haven't watched Total Recall in fucking forever. Johnny Cab, Total Recall. Oh, that thing. I got that robot-y thing. Ah, yeah. Okay. Okay. Johnny Cab. Okay. I remember that. A little fucking creepy, but yeah. This message getting to you takes 5 minutes. What else do you expect? Well, yeah, we try. We try. Nostalgia isn't what it used to be. Alyssa, a man told me he's selling his 1976 Chevy Nova SS for $16,000. Who the fuck would pay that? It depends on what he has under the hood, if it's numbers matching, if it's clean, if it runs good, how much of it's original, how much of it is Bondo. Because if that's either an all original, then $16,000 is a pretty good price for it. If it has a fucking like blown 454 under the fucking hood with a nice ass fucking hardened transmission and a fucking balls solid fucking 12-inch or 4.9-inch rear or something in it, then it might be worth $16,000. If it is polished, shiny as shit, and a show car to the max, then it might be worth $16,000. Yeah. Chris says I got ketchup in my eyes. Now I have hindsight. Oh my god. We gotta do this for 3 more minutes. There's a fine line between cuddling and holding someone down so they can't get away. Yeah, that's... Yeah, you, gotta watch that one there. Because sometimes it starts as one and ends as the other. And that's when it can get a little awkward, I would say. Alright, let's see. Let me pick this shit back up. Got that. Doing it. Fuck, man, I keep dropping shit today. Got the MRE next week. We got our usual live after Clive this week, which is still at its normal time. I feel like, let's see, Clive, didn't he say he was home? I think he's home this week, but he's going to be out next week. Like, he'll be home this Saturday. Next Saturday, the following Saturday from this one, he'll be apparently in Glasgow, but still streaming before everything gets started. So I think it's 2 more weeks of regular Clive and live after Clive for me. And then I'll just be doing not so live after Clive for 5 or 6 weeks. There's a fine line expecting decent online interaction towards whatever you get. So that is true. That is true. He said something about swapping the engine with a big block Chevy, but also said the odometer isn't connected to the engine, so it's stuck at 0. Yeah, that's pretty typical. Once it gets to a certain point, mileage doesn't matter. You can, if you're looking at a 76 Nova SS, you know what to look for. You know where to poke your head under the car. You know where to look around. You know what to look under. So mileage is kind of a moot point at that point. Mileage is just something you got to give to the fucking MBA because nothing else matters. Once it's Glasgow this week, tattoo next week. Oh, okay. So 1 more week of regular Clive, and then I start an hour and a half earlier. I don't necessarily ain't gonna go fucking 5 hours, but we'll see how we do. Hey, a struggle snuggle, as Jimmy Carr puts it. That is definitely something Jimmy Carr would say. A struggle snuggle. If the frame and body's half decent and the engine is a runner, maybe half that price. Talking from the UK. Well, And we, depending on how it looks, we definitely value our Novas and our old muscle cars. You want me to post a wrong time for you? No, C2S, I'm not going to trust you anymore. Because that was like, whoa, am I getting ready to start? Like, it was like, holy shit, I have things to do. Wasn't planning for this. But that got sorted. So no, I'll sort it out. My dream car I'll never get is a Chevy 67. Can you shatter my dreams further? Well, they're getting harder and harder to find too, so. I think right now it's either buy a house or buy a cool old car, so I got to make sure the investment's worth it. Yeah, that would be a house. Cool old cars are fine, but it is difficult to get what you put into it out of it, because someone will value it much more. Someone may value it much more than you. Someone may value it much less, because when you get into that area of cars, there's no like the blue book value is non-existent. It's the value that someone has put into it. Whereas a house is a fucking house, no matter what it is. It's just a fucking house, and you can live in it. And it, when you're broke, you can still live in it. Whereas a fucking car, you can't really fucking live in an old car. So, save up for a house. Remember, big girl pants. You're working at a good spot. Big girl pants. Time to work on your necessities before you work on your toys. Do you wise it be 3 to 5 houses or properties? That's a bit. Someone thought to black out the area for 20 seconds, and the internet takes close to 10 minutes to fully come back. So I missed your engine stuff. Oh. Yeah, I guess you did get quiet for a second there. Well, we didn't start it or anything. I just showed it. But if that's what you mean. But yeah, we'll be running this outside. Should be by the end of the month. As it runs, but I can't, tune it in here. I'm planning to put an exhaust hood in here for such things. I just haven't gotten to it yet because I got, other more important stuff to kind of deal with. But yeah, that we should be outside running that in a few weeks, I would say. Well, Jam, I love American muscle cars. I follow Vice Grip Garage on YouTube. My dream would be a fastback Mustang or GT350 or 67 fastback Mustang GT350. Mine's a 72 Corvette with an LS6 454, 24 speed. Put a fucking Wien 861 blower on it. Oh, probably some 12-inch street slicks. Kind of a red and blue fade fucking paint job on it. Yeah, I like my Corvettes. A house is a fucking house is my new adult big girl quote of the year. Well, there you go. Yeah, just keep that in mind. House is a fucking house. Right, yeah. So you're not powering up. No, I don't actually have the battery. I don't have a battery in here right now to start. Well, I mean, there's one in the house, but that's hooked up to my UPS. But what I normally use to start it, I do not have in the house. But we do need to start it and tune it. And the weather has been all over the place lately, but I figure I should be able to do something with. Oh, wow. Fuck. Hold on. Jesus. Just close it. Whew. Went to go to WeatherBug, accidentally typed weather.com and got hit by every fucking ad on the planet. Weather Channel is so fucking useless nowadays. Again, when I was a kid, I used to watch that shit, like, all the time. Just follow the weather, learn the weather, like, figure it out. Now I don't even know if the Weather Channel offers a fucking weather forecast anymore, does it? So, like, once a day or some shit? You test electric motors. Like, I can. I mean, I do at work. I can do it here. It's usually not that bad. But yeah, I can do 3-phase DC, I mean, whatever. I can usually not too bad. It will be a fireside chat, though, that night. Well, hopefully not a fireside chat. I just had the dentist pull all my teeth. I'm never doing that again. No, you're not. What's a gallon of petrol now where you live? Yeah, I'm gonna have to look that up. Fuel price in Essex, because literally the day the first bomb dropped on Iran, when we fucking had our little tantrum over there, I went out in my Suburban, which has a 42-gallon tank, and I filled that fucker up. Because I only drive it once every couple months. So, like, I wasn't fucking around because it's also a good storage containment for my generator. Because I purposely have an outlet on my truck to refill my generator if I need to, using the fuel pump. When I got that, it was no, music's not paused. It's going. When I got that, let's see, it was 365. Right now, we're looking at... So that was a couple months, 365. When in work, I don't pay attention because I just swipe the company card. Like, I literally have no idea of what I pay for fuel. Oh, no, it's actually, all around town, it's 365 a gallon. That's pretty much the average. So it's come right back down to pre-Iran prices. So, yeah. E85, 454. Non-ethanol is 454. E85 is 333. Like, it says it's playing. Is this just a weird... I'm just going to skip that. That must be just a weird song. Here, you know what? Let me go to the top of the... Yeah, let's just do that. All right. Anyway. So now the fuel prices are pretty normal around here. I'm sure in California they're still fucking like $3,000 a fucking teaspoon. But, California, he wants to save the U.S. and help the country and, fund the country for the better, has such strict fuel fucking regulations that they can't use regular gasoline that the rest of America uses, and they import most of it. Really helping the country out, you fucking loser. Well, meaning towards Gavin Newsom, whatever the fuck his name is. Anyway, I stopped watching the Weather Channel because of their hyping up of global warming and their pretentious naming of winter storms. John Hope is spinning in his grave. Yeah, they totally went full fucking... They are so overly commercialized. And I don't mean that just by, like, playing ads. I mean, like, everything they do now is fucking commercialized. Like, they tried to patent that fucking color of, like using that color on, like, I don't know. Fuck. I'm done with them. Anyway, I think we're going to go ahead and call that for the evening so I can get the heck on out of here and go look for some tongue drum stuff. Boop, boop, boop. Cool. That's awesome. It's almost like a mini, boop, boop, Jamaican, what the hell is the Jamaican things? God, it's almost kind of like, it reminds me something like a smaller version-ish of that. But anyway, all right, I'm gonna head on out of here. I'll see everybody on a Saturday for the usual stream. Steel drum, yes, thank you. So yeah, I'll see everyone on Saturday. And I hope everybody has a good rest of your week. Seems like it's cooling off, starting to cool off a little bit, at least over here. So, a thumb harp. I've seen thumb harps. Those are cool. All right. Ooh. Appreciate the follow there, Synergy. It's good talking to you. And welcome to the channel. So, see everybody Saturday. Have a good one. And be groovy to each other. And I am out of here in a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That was weird.